So my last review was a fabulous beer from Gravity Well called Outer Core. But today we're drinking its twin, Inner Core. This is also by Gravity Well. It's also a double IPA, but there's different hops. Keep on watching to find out if it is as good as in Outer Core. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. I'm quite excited because today we're drinking Inner Core. We drank Outer Core in the last video, and this is its twin. This is Outer Core, this is Inner Core. So Inner Core is a double IPA again. It's 8% again, but the hops are completely different. So where the other one was very New Zealand hops, this one I suppose is a bit more on the American side because it's got Citra and Simcoe, and it's got a variety of hop products including T90 and Cryo Pellets, as well as Dino Boost and Hyper Boost from Yakima Chief. Heavy hitter of a beer. The normal barley, wheats and oats. Let's crack it open, get it in a glass and see if it's any good. Because I loved the last one. I thought it was really good, and I'm hoping this is going to be as good, maybe even better. Citra and Simcoe. Yeah, we don't see that combo much. Every time I think of something like Citra and Simcoe, I think of Into the Haze by Daya. That was a normal IPA, but that was a core, a really good. And to me, that was the pinnacle for me of Daya. That was what it was all about. So Simcoe and Citra. Let's see what it's like. Well, beer in a glass. Looks very similar to the last one. Lovely, bright and yellow, thick looking. We've got just a sliver, although it's a bit of a weird glass. I just thought I'd try it in this. I think any beer that in a glass like this looks a bit, it is a bit of a gin glass, but a goblet, but I think it looks pretty good. So we've got literally a sliver of head, but fairly compacted, I'd say, if you look at it on from the top. You can't see that well, but so I don't know if that's going to stick around or not. So let's see what the aroma's like. Oh, it smells incredible. It's a really strong sort of grapefruit aroma, citrus, lemons, limes. But first I smelt it smells like real fresh grapefruit. Oh, it's got the taste buds going. Let's dig in. Cheers, everyone. That is amazing. Flavour, it's like the aroma. There's a lot of big citrus flavours. Grapefruit's there, but it doesn't. Sometimes grapefruit can get a little bit on the old tart or a slightly bitter side. You're always like you're biting into a grapefruit, all the skin and all the rest of it. This is a little mellow, but it's very sort of, it's very distinctive as being very grapefruit flavoured. Lovely and smooth, really like the last one. There's no way you'd think this was a double IPA 8% in terms of you're not getting alcohol. It's moreish. It's got a real bright citrusy sort of flavour. I'd probably say it was not as complex and in terms of flavour. You're getting that hit of grapefruit. It mellows a little bit with some lemons and limes. And that's about it. You're not really getting much else. You're not getting tropical notes come in. You're not really getting much development of the flavour. But the flavour that's there is it's similar, actually. I mean, it's a few years ago since I had Into the Haze. But it has that sort of sensation. It's got a lovely, soft, creamy mouthfeel. Really, a real pleasant drink. It's incredible. Double IPAs, you know. Couple of years ago, double IPAs, they would have frightened me too much. I would have been going, oh, too strong, you know, I'm gonna get alcohol flavour and all that sort of stuff. You drink this, if no one told you the ABV, you'd never guess it. You'd go, oh, 4 or 5% or something like that. It's got loads of flavour. It's got a real solid, creamy, velvety body, and the flavour, just because of the body and because of the flavour. Even when you're not drinking it, it stays there. You know, it stays in your mouth. You can still get the sensations from it, even though the liquid has obviously gone right down already. But yeah, this is an incredible beer. It's as good I don't know, maybe it's not quite as good as Outer Core, but it's bloody damn close. These two beers are incredible. $5.75 they cost as well, which I think is a great value for a double IPA. And these are two of the best double IPAs I think I've drank this year, you know. I've drank some really good ones. This is another one I'm starting to get worried that I'm like, oh yeah, double IPAs, I love them so much that they're in the 80s, whatever, you know. But this is, again, a very well put together beer. The alcohol's very well hidden. The body's incredible. The flavours are there. Yes, it's a little bit 1-2 note in terms of citrus, lemons, limes, but grapefruit being a big hit. And you're getting that hit quite quickly. I wouldn't really say there's a development of flavour, really. And as it's warm up, it's probably going to develop better. I think this one, certainly compared with yesterday's one, hasn't been out of the fridge as long. It's probably a little too cold. It probably gives it, and I should have given it another 20 minutes to drink it. But, and the grapefruit, because it's a bit colder, I think it's a little bit more brighter in terms of flavour. I think as it gets warmer, that grapefruit's going to develop a little bit more. So it's probably even better. But in terms of my palate and what I like, I quite like it at this level of, you know, temperature-wise. It's a very good beer. There's that earthiness coming into it as it sort of warms up in the glass. That Simcoe, which is, a lot of Simcoe is about grapefruit as well, but it brings a little bit more earthiness. There's a little bit dryness as well on the back end, I suppose. And as that's warmed up, that's developing. It's still a very good beer, but I don't think it's as good as Outer Core. I think obviously it's got Citra, lots of Citra going on this with all the different types, but you're getting a lot of the grapefruit that you get from Citra and the citrus fruits. Obviously Citra, you think of the name citrus, but it does usually bring more than just sort of your light citrus. It brings some tropical stuff, but you're not really getting that from this. Maybe a bit of guava, but you know, I'm clutching at straws when I say sort of stuff like that. It's just there's this earthiness as well that's coming through, but I think that's what Simcoe's all about. A grapefruit earthy dryness, but there's lots of, I mean, it's almost like fresh grapefruit, really. It's not like the grapefruit flavours that you get in, you know, I think of like Brewdogs and it's Elvis juice and stuff like that, that very artificial grapefruit flavour. This tastes like you literally squeezed a fresh grapefruit into a glass, into beer form. So it's a credible brew, great value for money. I think I've said enough. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Inner Core. This is a double IPA from Gravity Well, full of Citra hops and also Simcoe. Various types of the I think it says I think the various sites of it does say a variety of hop products including T90 and cryo pellets, as well as Dynaboost and Hyperboost. But that's usually around the Citra opposed to the Simcoe. It's not clear on there, but lots of different Citra hops, definitely. And Simcoe hops. 2 hops, yeah, little 1 note, but it's still an incredible tasting beer. So let's go for the scores, starting with aroma. Appearance. Flavour. Value for money, I said $5.75. Pretty good value for money. Well, very good value for money for a double IPA, especially one as good as this. And finally, my overall experience. Tighten the scores up, we still get a highly recommended beer. Not quite as high as the Outer Core. So this one's got a total score of 82 out of 100. The Outer Core's 84. I think that was better. This is a little, it's not as complex, basically. But sometimes you don't want complex, you want a great flavour. Oh, it is actually, I think it's getting better as it's warming up a bit there. Getting more of that earthiness. You're getting all those layers of Citra hops. It's a great, if you love Citra, I think you'll love this beer because this is a real showcase for it. And if you've ever had a Citra Simcoe beer, and let's say Into the Haze is one that always springs to mind, knowing it's a Citra Simcoe, you know, this is up there. And it's 8%, but you wouldn't know it's 8% until you've had 3 of them, and then you would know. So yeah, another great beer. Gravity Well. These 2 beers are probably going to make Gravity Well hit my top 10 this year, so stay tuned for that video. And until the next one, well, I hope you like the video, so give it a thumbs up if you do. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Got lots of great double IPAs coming up, single IPAs as well. So yeah, please subscribe so you don't miss them. And until the next one, you know what you're gonna do: drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.